What's up, grown people? It's your grown woman back with another video. Hey, I'm in week number 6. Alright, I'm hanging in there. But I want to thank you for joining me for another video. And this week, I'm going to talk about wigs. And I'm going to do an application because someone left me a comment asking me to do an application. So that's what I'm going to do. So leave me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you like what you see and hear over here, why don't you subscribe to the channel? Know this, that I post one video a week, and it's on Sundays that I upload my videos. So I'm not going to prolong the time. We're going to jump right into this thing today. We're going to talk about wigs. And so one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to expose myself in the wig cap. I'm not going to talk about this beauty on my head, which is a human hair wig, but I'm not going to talk about this. I'm going to, like I said, go through a couple of videos. I said a couple of videos. A couple of wigs and show you how I apply them. So the first wig I'm going to apply is a synthetic wig. It is by Ultra, and it's part of their perfect hairline, 13 by 4. So what that means, remember people, is 13 inches from ear to ear of lace and 4 inches of parting space. And the name of this wig, the name of this wig is Janice, and it's in the color 1, which is black. And this is what the stock card look like and the things that you should be able to do with it. And hopefully it's focusing in on that. So let's take a look at the wig. And let's go through the cap construction really quick. So let's get rid of this stuff. I'm going to try to move quickly because I do not want this to be a long video. So let's take a look at the cap construction. We got your ear to ear lace, as I told you about. It comes with baby hairs, if you can see that. And if we go on the inside, we got this elastic band. What this elastic band is for, you put it on. I'm going to show you. You apply it to the back of your head, and it helps the lace lay flat on the front for your application. You got a comb in the back, and you got 2 combs in the front. I do not put the combs in my head because it can do damage to your hair. And you also have 2 adjustable straps here. Okay. And remember last week I talked about my press-on nails? They're still holding on. I haven't done anything to them. I've washed the dishes, everything. Nothing's popped off. 1 week going strong. Okay, so let me remove the wig that's on my head and apply this wig, Miss Janice, and let's see how she do. So I got something in front of me that I'm going to be looking at to make sure that I stay on track with that. Okay. So you see I'm putting the band back here, and it's applied to my head. I have no idea, just snap that. And I'm pulling the wig down. Now I do use the back comb to tuck that under the band and the wig cap. And this is like a bob style. And you see the baby hairs, right? Now this wig here cost me, I ordered this one off of Amazon, but this is like probably my 7th or 8th time ordering this wig. Okay, so what I would strongly suggest, now it says transparent lace. I disagree with that. Like, transparent meaning if you put it on any skin color, it says like blend in. You see that's not really blended. So what I would do is I would actually add some foundation powder or tint the lace, but I would go with the foundation to make the lace blend more into my skin to get. But what I like about this wig, and the reason why I have ordered it several times, is because it has a natural look to it. I'm gonna get up close. It has a natural look to it. And you see, you want to add some powder to the lace to open up the part and to possibly blend in those knots, okay? But you can use your baby hairs to cover up the lace on your skin, just so you know. So what I'm going to do, yeah, but I really like this wig. I like the cut of it. It has the flow, and usually sometimes they have too much bend or whatever. I think that it hits at a good length for a bob. So let me get up close. I do have my scissors here, and I'm going to cut the lace. And I just go in this way here, and I should have brought some clips in here to get this out my way. So I don't want to cut the baby hairs because I want to use them, even though they're kind of long, but you know, and just kind of let the scissors do a lot of the work. These scissors are pretty sharp, and as you see, I didn't really cut much. I didn't cut the baby hairs because I'm just doing a quick application to show you what I do. Okay, I want these baby hairs, so let me move that out the way. I just got up under there and show you really quick. No hair on there. And you see, it's not bad, but this is actually taking longer. Okay. Because I'm just showing you, and that's going to be covered up. But I'm going to get up close so you can see that. You see that? The application. This wig is really cute, and I like it a lot. And so that's why I have ordered it multiple times. But keep in mind, when I say the ends become ratty, like very textured and coarse, and then you cut into it to try to make the wig last longer. I know I got this piece hanging out to make the wig last longer. Okay, so, but just if you do the math. So let's say I ordered this. I paid $45 for each wig that I bought. Alexa, how much is 45 times 7? So I have spent a total probably more than that. I believe I bought this wig 8 times. $315. But let's say $315. For $315, I could have put the money into a human hair wig. But if you don't have the money right off rip to invest in a $315 wig or more, that's going to last you at least a year to 2 years. Now, come on, you ladies, we know that we pay way more than that when we are getting our hair done and all going to the salon getting our hair done. So it's up to you. Do the math, and it's also what your budget can afford. Now, this shedding that I'm experiencing, this came from me cutting when I cut in the back to cut those strings off. That's what that came from. Okay, so this is a human hair wig. I'm sorry, this is a synthetic wig. It's by Outre, and it's part of their Perfect Hairline collection, 13x4. Okay, well, grown folks, it's that time in the video for me to give a word of encouragement. Now, every week before I come before you, I pray and I ask the Holy Spirit what it is that He would like for me to say to those who view the video. And so He brought to my remembrance something that happened several years ago, an open eye vision that I had, and I was not aware at the time that that's what I was experiencing. And so that's what I'm going to tell you about. So several years ago, I worked for this big company, and I was having lunch or dinner, whatever you want to call it. This young lady and I worked the afternoon shift, and we shared the same pod. So anyway, we were in the cafeteria, and the wall of the cafeteria was all windows. And on the other side of the wall was the pampas grass, that preserved land where, you know, wildflowers and all of that. So that means that it had not been cut. So it was pretty high. And so I look over, I'm looking out the window. Mind you, it's nighttime. And I look out the window and I see a wolf. And I said, oh my goodness, there's a wolf out there. And she's like, what? A wolf? And so she looked and she doesn't see it. Now, I'm not whispering. However, I'm not screaming either. But it's other people in the cafeteria and they look out the window. They don't see a wolf either. And so I'm like, oh my goodness. Now the wolf is looking at me and it's getting closer. And I'm like, oh my goodness, the wolf is staring directly at me and it's getting closer and it's snarling at me. And so she looks again and she's like, oh my goodness, Shalonda, I do not see a wolf. So anyway, a couple of days go by and she comes to me and she says to me, remember you was talking about that wolf that you saw? And I said, yeah. And she was like, that wolf is me. What? So I'm like, the wolf is you? She was like, that I was the wolf. I am the wolf. Hold up. Who comes to you and tell you that they're the wolf? If that wasn't God, then I don't know. Listen, no one who will openly just come up and say that. But let me tell you this. Now, she says that I'm the wolf, but she goes on to tell me that. She said, you were talking about me. She said, I was, every time you talk about God so much, Shalonda, she says, and every time you will talk about him, you get on my nerves. You irritate me. And I really want to rip your head off. And I be saying to myself, like, will she shut up? I'm like, what? Because, it was established in the beginning of us, kind of befriending each other and the orientation and all of that, that she was a Christian, I was a Christian type of thing, right? And I'm not saying that she's not a Christian, because this is what she said that she did. She said because she was getting an attitude, and when I was talking about the book, she went to God and she says, why am I getting an attitude with her? Or why am I so angry with her? Or why do I dislike her? She has not done anything to me. Every time she talks about you. And so she didn't tell me what was going on in her life, but she did tell me that she was dealing with something. And she didn't really like the process that her and God was going through in this thing. And so her anger was directed toward me, although I didn't see it. I really didn't know that she was angry. I really didn't know that every time I would mention him, that I would mention God, that she would get angry. But here's what I do know. When I saw this, when I had this open eye vision, I was not aware that it was open eye vision. I didn't have time to think, am I crazy? Is there really a wolf out there? Can I take a picture of it? No. I was prompted to say what I saw. And I said it. And so the reason why the Holy Spirit directed me to tell this story, because there's going to be some that view this video. And you want to know, is God really showing you what he's showing you? Yeah, he is. Is he saying what he's saying to you? Yes, he is. So I say to you, yeah, I didn't know what I was talking about. I just said what I saw. But it wasn't meant for me to know. God knows all things. And God is in complete control. Now, he knew that I was going to say it, because I was just so like, oh my goodness, there's a wolf out there. He knew that I was going to say that. But it was meant for me to say it to her. And she knew what it was all about. Just say what he tell you to say. Just do what he tell you to do. I'm trying to tell you, just do it. Just do it. Just say it. And so, one of the scriptures that popped in my head when the Holy Spirit brought this back to my remembrance was Matthew 7:15. Now, I'm looking down at my iPad, but I'm going to read it from the Message Bible, because I like the way that it reads. And it says, be wary of false preachers who smile a lot. Beware. But not just preachers, people, period. Dripping with practice sincerity. Practice. They don't practice. I'm going to look like this, so it'll come across like I'm really for real. It's dripping off of them. It ain't on the inside. It's just dripping off of them. There's an abundance on it on the outside. They really full of it, in other words. chances are they are out to rip you off one way or the other. Okay, let me just keep. Don't be impressed with charisma. Don't be impressed with charm. Because some people can charm the pants off of you, literally. That tickled me. But yes. Oh, baby, they know what to say, how to say it, when to say it. They don't watch you. They've watched you. And they appear like all nice and meek and mild and gentle. Like they really a sheep and they really a wolf. And they come with a hidden agenda after you. And then the last thing it says, look for character. Now, how can you look for character? This is somebody that you're going to be around. This is somebody that you're around. It's not somebody that you just met on the street and you saying hi to and you go automatic. No, I was, we had lunch or dinner together all the time in the cafeteria. We sat in the same pod, worked in the same area. So when we were not on a call, we would chit chat with each other. And was I really paying attention to the words that she was saying? And no, I really wasn't. So stop taking a lot of things people at face value. All I can say right at this point is I don't say what he told me to say. Hey! So I'm at the end of the video. What? The end of my video. So you know what goes down right at this point, right? You know. Here, you can say it with me if you want to. But you know where I'll be next week. Same channel. Same day. New video. What? With something new to say. Peace. And I'm out.